Before words, there were hands. Before stories were told, they were held in the curve of a bowl, the strength of a beam, the pattern of a fabric. In this place, the most profound histories are not written in ink, but etched in wood, woven into cloth coaxed from the earth itself. Look at these hands. They are maps. They are living libraries. Their knowledge doesn't live in books. It passes from muscle to memory, from the master's eye to the apprentice's touch. The woodcarver, whose chisel follows a grain older than his lineage. The potter, whose wheel turns in time with her breath. The weaver, for whom a mistake is a conversation with the thread, not a failure. In their utter focus, there is a form of prayer. A silencing of the self to let the material speak. To make something beautiful is a grace. To make something useful is a duty, but to make something both beautiful and useful. That is to participate in the sacred, enduring order of things. It is to say, I was here, I understood, I contributed. If hands shape the culture, the land dictates the rhythm. Here, time is not a spreadsheet of minutes. It is a slow, inevitable turning of seasons, the anxious hope of planting, the patient vigilance of nurturing, the exhausted triumph of the harvest. Life is a constant, physical conversation with the soil. You hear it in the crunch of a boot on a mountain path that has felt a million footsteps. You see it in the careful, back-breaking geometry of terraces cutting into hillsides. You feel it in the weight of a water jar carried on a hip. This is not picturesque. It is an ancient contract. I will give you my sweat, my strength, my days. You will give us life. The value is measured in the weight of a full basket, in the depth of the communal grain store, in the ability to share with your neighbor. The rhythm is unforgiving. The sun is a strict taskmaster. The monsoon, a temperamental god. But this life is deeply, unshakably honest. There is no illusion about where your life comes from. It comes from here. Yet amidst this physical toil, the spirit is not neglected. It is woven into the fabric of the everyday. Here, the divine is not locked away in a day of the week. It is in the morning coil of incense smoke, in the gentle, endless turn of a prayer wheel, in the handful of rice offered at a simple street-side shrine. Faith here is as practical as a plow, and as profound as the night sky. It is a tool for navigating the terrain of the heart, for processing the joy of a birth, the grief of a loss, the uncertainty of a storm. It finds meaning in the pattern of things, in the relentless monsoon, in the biting dry wind, in the cycle of renewal. This is not blind devotion. It is a deeply personal, worn-smooth compass. It points not toward dogma, but toward an inner equilibrium, a quiet, steady flame of peace that must be tended so it can endure all outer chaos. It is the breath after the long climb, the stillness at the center of the storm. But listen, a new rhythm is emerging, flowing alongside the old. In the glow of a laptop screen in a thermal cafe, a different kind of creation is happening. The children of farmers and artisans are now architects of code, designers of digital worlds, debaters of global ideas. Do not mistake this for a rejection. They are not abandoning the old world. They are seeking a new language for it. They hold a smartphone in one hand and the memory of their grandmother's rituals in the other. Their question is urgent and beautiful. How can a tradition travel at the speed of Wi-Fi? How can the values of community and craftsmanship be translated into an app, a startup, a social campaign? Their tool is innovation. Their clay is data. Their loom is the network. But their goal is timeless. To improve their community, to find their place in a wider world, to add their own verse to the ancient song. To be heard. So what endures? It is not merely the monuments or the mountains, breathtaking as they are. What endures is the thread, the invisible, unbreakable thread that connects it all. It is the thread of resilience you see in the set of a farmer's back at sunset. It is the thread of devotion in the measured step of a pilgrim on an ancient path. It is the thread of creativity in the calloused hand of the artist and the restless mind of the coder. This thread connects the pre-dawn chant to the late-night brainstorm. It ties the smell of wet earth to the glow of an LED. The face of this nation is a million different stories, a breathtaking tapestry of geography and ethnicity, of tradition and aspiration. But in every smile, in every struggle, in every act of making and mending, you see a common spirit, a stubborn, graceful, resilient humanity. This is the true nation. Not lines on a map, but this unbroken thread. These hands, old and young, weathered and quick, are all still speaking. And they are all saying, we are here, we endure, we create.